Hello everyone, welcome to today's show. And the show is for you if you're one of those people that find themselves trying to earn love, trying to be liked, trying to be needed, trying to feel that you are worthwhile without really consciously thinking that that's what you're doing at all. It's just, do you find that you have a hard time with quiet time in gaps between conversation? Or do you find that you need to come on and be the life of the party, or keep things going, or just seem to be overly thoughtful, overly loving? If any of this resonates with you and you're kind of feeling, you know what, I don't want to have to prove that you really should think I'm lovable, or I really want you to think I'm lovable, or I really need you to think I'm lovable. Because guess what? You already are everything that you're looking for to see reflected in the eyes of others that makes you feel good about yourself. So for goodness sake, let's do something about it. I mean, it could have come from childhood. It could have come from needing to be seen or to be heard more in the family, so that you had to be more present or be louder or be funnier. Many different reasons. You could have been competing with a brother or sister and just felt insignificant, and again needed to get more accolades than you got. You needed to feel more loved than you perhaps were. You needed to know that you were great. You were great just because you were in this human body doing your journey this time around on earth, and you didn't get that. And so because it wasn't reinforced from outside, could have been from school, could have been from teachers, from your religion, it could be from many different places, but somewhere along the line, if you're still trying to earn people's love or find their approval, and find that you need to know they love you, you need to know that they really think you're pretty wonderful. You know, all of that says, why? I want to feel that about me, with whether or not you feel that way about me, because certainly not everyone is going to feel that way about us, whether we perform for that love or we just are being ourselves for that love. There's many people that are not going to feel that loving towards you, towards us. I mean, it's just a fact of life. So you can't please everybody. So why try? Not that you don't want to be the best version of yourself every day. And I find that's something I ask for. May I be the highest version of myself today. I ask that every day in the morning before I start my day. But this is about something else, something that is insecure in you, something that doesn't feel so good, something that just says, yeah, I'm probably okay, but I'm not sure. Or if you really know me, you'd know that I'm not as okay as I want to present myself as being. So it's all about coming to terms with your own judgment on yourself, because that's who's judging you the most. That's who's your roommate 24 hours a day. It's you. It's that voice in your head, which is only your personality. See, the voice in our heads is not who we are. It's just an aspect of who we are in third dimension. We're so much more than that. We are beautiful spiritual beings, or not. We are beautiful souls who have layer after layer after layer of damage on top of us, That's all part of our karmic journey of unfolding, releasing, healing. And so to keep this journey of growth going, when you find yourself needing to earn love instead of just feeling lovable, then you know something's not as it could be. Something inside you says, I'm not really feeling that good about myself. Now, for a second, you could just close your eyes. And whose voice do you hear in your head when it's criticizing you? Yeah, you can hear it. Somebody's voice. Parent, teacher, sibling, friend, lover, spouse. Somebody's voice was so critical, so critical. Okay, no judgment again. Just recognize it, acknowledge it. Oh, that's a voice in my head that I really don't need. Perhaps it's not even me criticizing me, underneath me criticizing me. Perhaps it's this voice of this person. If not, if it's just your voice, it doesn't make any difference. We're going to be tapping. I think we'll use tapping techniques today, although I've given you so many techniques in so many different videos. I think I'm going with the tapping today. So we're going to be tapping on the side of your hand underneath the little finger. This is your reversal point, and the reversal point is going to bypass the conscious mind that may have a reason for you, well, it does, for you over-performing, over-giving, because it thinks it's protecting you, helping you, and getting you to be more loved. Okay, the subconscious, remember, doesn't think. And because it doesn't think, whatever you feed it, it just takes it in. And also, so important to remember, that your subconscious doesn't understand the word no or even yes. It just focuses on the energy of what it is you're focused on. So in other words, we always focus on, after the initial clearing, we focus on what it is we want and switch off that little switch that's always saying, but I don't want this, and I don't want that, and I don't want this, and I don't want that. Yeah, but what do you want? Because remember, subconscious is saying, oh, look at the energy you're focused on. And you get more of it, what you don't want. Well, you know that, that's basic. So tap on the side of your hand and say out loud after me. And you can change these words, by the way. There's no right or wrong. You're just going to do it so that it sounds and feels right to you. Even though there's a reason that I try and earn love and be more lovable in other people's eyes, I would love to love and accept myself anyway. Take a nice deep breath. Really let it go. Okay, even though I overperform, I overact, I overgive, and I'm always concerned about what other people think about me, and I want to be more lovable or seem more lovable, I would love to love and accept myself anyway. Take a nice deep breath. Slowly but deeply letting that out. One more time. Even though I can hear that voice in my head criticizing, and that feeling in my gut that says, you're not good enough. I'm not good enough. I've got to try harder. I've got to try harder. I've got to be more. This comes into being a perfectionist sometimes too. Take a nice deep breath. Blow it out. and I love and accept myself anyway, or I'd like to. Take a nice deep breath again. So first we have to acknowledge what's going on inside of us. You can affirm something wonderful all you like about change and growth and healing. But if your subconscious is running that program, subconscious overrides everything you're consciously trying to do. So first you have to neutralize that subconscious, and what we just did right here. And for those of you that don't know what tapping is, it's just like emotional acupuncture. We're unblocking meridians, but we're also calling in our higher self, superconscious, talking to the subconscious, connecting with our soul, and maybe later connecting with our innate healer. So you are so much more than you give yourself credit for. Or perhaps you know that, but you forget because reality of this life gets in the way. So now we're going to tap on top of the crown chakra. Even though I've got that voice in my head that's criticizing me, it's okay. Oh, stop for a moment. That voice in your head, I should have said this before we began, should have, could have. 10 is it's a very strong voice. 0 means, hey, there's no voice. I don't have this interference going on. What number pops into your mind? You can't do it wrong. This isn't about up here. It's about your heart and soul. What number just pops in? Okay, got it? All right, top of the head. Even though that voice is constantly in my head, whether I'm consciously aware of it or not, the criticism doesn't stop. Third eye, right here in the third eye, bridge of the nose. This criticism, this critical voice is in my head. Side of the eye, this critical voice is with me constantly. Under the eye. How interesting that I listen to that voice. I don't even like it. Under the nose. I wonder why I focus on what's wrong so much. To the cleft of the chin. How interesting. I focus on what's wrong with me instead of what's right. I wonder why I do that. Well, because I'm probably not as good as I think I am, or I'd like to be. Take a nice deep breath. Collarbone. I acknowledge this voice in my head. Thymus, right in the middle of the chest, it constantly criticizes everything I do. It judges, it judges, it judges. Well, of course, so do I. But it doesn't feel good when people judge me. And yet I judge them. Nice deep breath. It doesn't feel good when people judge me, but of course they do, and they will. Nice deep breath. But how nice it would be if that didn't really matter. I didn't take it in, and I didn't criticize myself. Nice deep breath. And to make sure people don't criticize me, I often give too much. I'm on too much. I perform too much. Instead of just being the way I want to be in that moment. Whole new concept, isn't it? It's like not a new you, because that's who you really are. It's you without that baggage. And aren't you ready to release that little voice? Okay. Remember? No, most of you don't. In the olden days, we used to have little cassettes. and make recordings of them. Now just close your eyes for a moment. You're going to be tapping on the side of your hand again, but with your eyes closed. Imagine a cassette in your head of that voice of criticism. Maybe the worst things that were said to you that you could repeat constantly. You can hear them constantly. Maybe just what you say to yourself constantly. And it's on that cassette in your head. Now imagine in your mind's eye, or you can physically imagine doing it. You're just going to take that cassette out of your head. Just take it out, the whole soundtrack, out of your head, and just, open your eyes, take it out, throw it over your shoulder, gone, gone, gone to infinity. You don't need that voice. You don't need that criticism. You're ready to set yourself free. Nice deep breath. Tap again. And just bringing this in a little late, but it doesn't apply to all of you. If you like to bring in your angels and your guides to work with you, remember, always in my videos, we are taking back our power. We're not giving it away in just prayer, or please help me, or please change me, or please save me. That's giving away your power. These videos will give you a different perspective, perhaps on being a co-creator with the all that is. And as co-creator, we need to take back our power. And when we listen to that voice in our heads, we're giving away our power. Completely giving it away. Now, here's a biggie. If we gave away our power to that voice in our heads, we can take it back. Oh my goodness. Nice deep breath. Tap on the thymus. Superconscious, hear me now. Heart, hear me now. Subconscious, hear me now. Soul, hear me now. It is now decreed by my I am presence. That I release all of that negativity, that voice in my head. I set myself free. I surrender it into love and light for healing. Nice deep breath. I take back my power. I am powerful. Hand over your heart. I am powerful. I am a co-creator of my life. I am lovable just because I am. Nice deep breath. Beautiful. Okay. Now you can do this tape as many times as you want, as often, a few times. You can't do it too many times because we want you to get those numbers down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. When you get to 2 or 1, you're really ready to feel that change and to tap in the good stuff, the powerful, the I am, the empowering. And it happens. If you do the work, if you do the tapping, it happens. And it happens because you are on your soul's journey, and all the guidance around you and your soul within and your heart, every part of your beingness is watching and guiding and supporting you to move into your wholeness, your own wholeness. So thank you for joining me on this video. And of course, there are many more out there, and there will be many more to come. So take care of yourself, and happy tapping.